Texas A&M at College Station at 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. Mr. Fink corrected me there. But out at Kyle Field, and a great game day atmosphere there. Thinking back to being a defensive coordinator at Texas and what a great rivalry that was, and hopefully will someday continue to be. But great atmosphere. They redid the stadium after I think the first year in the SEC. We were at Florida. We had a great game with Johnny Manziel over there in College Station, and then 2 years ago to see what they've done with their stadium is pretty amazing. But a great atmosphere. Jimbo's got a good football team. Got a lot of respect for Jimbo, obviously knowing him since the 90s. Kellen Mond's a 3-year starter, a dual threat guy, can hurt you in multiple ways. Can hurt you with his legs. He's got arm talent. He can make all the throws, and I think you see Jimbo puts a lot on the quarterback at the line, checking in and out of the run game, protections, doing a lot of different things with him at the line of scrimmage, and he's done a really nice job for a really talented receiver. Courtney Davis, number 1, Jamon Osmond, number 2. Big receivers, guys that have been very productive for them, vertical balls, underneath throws, get them the ball in the speed sweeps and different things. Rogers is a 6'4" guy. Buckley's a 6'3" guy. Naya Smith is a smaller guy, but a returner and a really good player for a freshman. The running back position really hurt him when they lost. Jay Sean Corbin's a really good player. I believe he tore his hamstring and he's been out for the year. But they've had 2 young backs really develop for him. Really 3 guys come on for us, Spiller and Caboti, and then Cordavian out of Memphis is a good player for him as well. And they got 2 young tight ends, 85 and 86, that are guys you've got to account for in the throwing game, and they're very athletic up front. Defensively, Mike Elko does a really nice job for him as their defensive coordinator. The 2 guys that jump out at you up front is number 5, Brown, and number 52, Justin Mabuke, I believe. But both of those guys are very active, big bodies, and guys you've got to account for on the line of scrimmage. Buddy Johnson's a really good linebacker. They've got some guys down in the secondary, but they are long and athletic, and they've got some depth there. So the punter's outstanding. He can flip the field. He's been a guy that I think we've faced the last 2 years. He and Joe are 2 of the better probably punters in the country, in my opinion. So got our work cut out for us. We're looking forward to getting back on the field, obviously. Injury-wise, Tavian Feaster, Trey Smith, and A.J. Turner were probably questionable to doubtful. They've all took part in practice, but I don't know how much more they'd be able to go. And Jalen Nichols is out, and Hank Manos is back. He was actually back last week, and he's cleared to play this week. And I'll open it up for any questions.
Is there any good microphone to you, Dave?
Will O'Brien and Shy, good to go for this week.
Yeah, they practice very good.
And also, coming into this season, you had all this experience, a lot of old guys who played a lot of ball. How surprising is it that that group has been so inconsistent, and how can you try to repair that?
Well, I think that, you from the standpoint of, it's been frustrating, and that's, you got number 1 place you got to look in the mirror, and me, you got to be more consistent with those guys, more productive with those guys across the board. I think we've made a lot of improvement defensively from game 1 till now, in those situations, and I think we've got the older guys that are playing extremely well for us. And you look at Brian Edwards, and the year he's had has been fantastic, and we just need to be more consistent, but we certainly need to be more productive offensively.
What have you seen from Ernest Jones as far as being a leader on the field through these tough times?
Yeah, just a very steady player, number 1, very smart, very intelligent, has respect of his teammates. When he talks, they listen. And a guy that's been a really good practice player for us, really, developed himself into being a really good Southeastern Conference linebacker. And he's had a really productive year for us. But we put a lot on him at the line as far as formation checks and different things that we do, front-wise, pressure-wise, coverage-wise, and he's a very, very intelligent young man. He handles those things extremely well, and he's handled, being a sophomore linebacker and being really the signal caller for our defense very well.
Go way to the back, Mike.
Well, if Brian, God forbid, gets injured again, is there a plan without him now going forward? Obviously, it was really hard to move the ball without him on Saturday night.
Sure. Well, he was cleared to come back in the second quarter, and I felt like I think there were 7 minutes to go when Clint Haggard came to me, and I just said, let's hold him until halftime. We're fine. We'll get him back after half. So, yeah, Xavier Leggett, Chad Terrell, Chavis Dawkins is back. So we've got guys that are certainly more than capable.